Quinn and Cantera.
7:43. We'll see sunshine today. Warm up near 83 degrees. Don't forget, just after 8 o'clock, your next chance to win a trip to Vegas and the sold-out iHeartRadio Music Festival. Listen for that cue to call.
Here he is.
Let's welcome on to the show as we do each and every Thursday from Martin Harding and Mazzotti. It is Paul Harding on the show. You are all over those football games, Paul. You guys are all NFL Sunday,
The
man.
commercials, yeah.
Yeah, you're everywhere.
Yeah, I know. It makes it hard to watch the game. I
No,
agree.
not at all. You look good in a hard hat.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I find myself spending the week coming up with cases for you, Paul.
He does. My daughter...
Unusual cases, yeah.
Paul, my daughter at preschool had her finger shut in the castle door.
Yes.
And I was just telling the story to Quinn. Quinn's like, ding, let's call Paul.
Yeah, and that would obviously cause a big riff for everybody with Cantera.
Well, castle doors, it happens all the time.
Plus, it's a damn good learning experience.
I think
you know,
so.
it's like
That's
touching
right.
a hot stove.
I am a little worried about her, though. When I went to pick her up from her first day of preschool,
Yeah.
she was standing high atop the castle, and nobody was playing with her. And
Oh.
I thought, uh-oh, she's just like her pop. Probably everyone's probably pissed off because she's been barking out orders for 45 minutes. All right.
Oh, man. All right, so let's talk about this. The book, No Easy Day, just a huge success, as we knew it would be, bumping that
50 Shades right off
of
the
Grey.
bestseller list.
Yeah, right off the bestseller list. Going to be a percentage of the gross, income for Barnes & Noble, just like 50 Shades of Grey was.
This is the Navy SEAL who was part of the Bin Laden raid, and he put a book out that has some details in it. Paul actually read the book. Is it a good read, Paul?
It really is. Once you get about 15 pages in, you're stuck. You're committed. You're going to read that book. It really is just fascinating stuff.
I haven't read it yet. I did see the 60 Minutes interview, and I guess the question from a legal standpoint is here: will this Navy SEAL be in deep sheep dip for doing this?
Yeah.
And
Well,
why would he be, and how would he be?
Well, they'd sure like to. He signed a non-disclosure agreement not to divulge classified information, and from a technical perspective, he in fact did. I mean, he has arguments to the contrary, but if he was going to write about his time in special ops anywhere, he had to submit his manuscript to be reviewed, by the government prior to its being printed in any capacity. He didn't do that. So they initially came out and said, hey, they sent him a letter privately and said, look, we're going to pursue legal grounds against you. It is a felony. And then the book took off, and they've been real quiet about it since.
Yeah. On 60 Minutes, Paul, he had his voice altered. If you saw the 60 Minutes thing and you didn't hear about this, he does not look like that. It was lots of makeup, and it's not obviously his real name. The questions came up on what it is that is in the book that could be like factual evidence towards, to him being in trouble. Things like processes that they go through, like putting C4 charges on the door to blow doors. Even stuff like that is talking about what the SEALs do to get into places. That's illegal, even though we'd see it every day on our video games and our movies and our TV shows. We all know they're going to blow the door with C4, right?
Right. Yeah. Right. It's the whole deal with the classified information and technical procedures. And so what happens is if they stop Matt Bissonette, if they stop this and they dissuade others from doing it moving forward, I think that's the message that they want to send. He technically is in violation. The argument that some of the folks who think he should be prosecuted is, hey, there's still technical operations going on there. He may have revealed something. But number one, I read the book, and I'm not Mr. SEAL technician, but I didn't see anything in there that I didn't know. I think you just brought up a good point.
Right.
I just think they're a little embarrassed that this came out, and they don't want the next book to be revealing something that maybe would put other military folks in harm's way.
It's Paul Harding from Martin Harding and Mazzotti, 1-800-LAW-1010. We're talking about the bestseller, No Easy Day. And this isn't an attorney question, but is it straight down the middle? Is it political, Paul? Can you tell what side of the aisle this guy would be on?
Yeah, they're looking at this thing. He claims to be sort of. It's not a political decision that to bring this book. He was going to put the book out September 11th, which is to help sales, and it probably makes some sense. Right now, the government just may want this thing just to go kind of quietly and then just internally, beat up everybody. because they've gotten more press out of this than they had hoped for. And, of course, the folks who promoted the book can't believe their luck.
Right.
I mean, that's why we all know about this book so rapidly. I think it's a book that would have grown in excitement and would have risen up the bestseller list over a period of months because it really is well done. But this thing came out of the gate like it was some kind of tell-all book in a nationally scandal or a national story. And so, from a book distribution perspective, this story was a theme.
Well, I'm getting the vibe from you that the book isn't living up to the hype.
Well, no, it's good. It's really good. How do you knock off 50 Shades of Grey? I mean, you got to be good, right?
Right.
But no, once you're in this book, it just keeps you going.
Yeah, 15 pages in.
And maybe it's a guy thing. I don't know if everyone's going to enjoy the book as much because we all have these. When you're a kid, you have all these thoughts that this military stuff and and blow it up kind of thing. And but boy, it's intense. And as you get to the actual when Bin Laden is shot. Boy, your heart's pounding.
Don't ruin it for me. Don't tell me the ending, for God's sake.
They shot at Bin Laden. They shot at him.
Hey, don't worry, Paul. He said the same thing when I took him out to see the Titanic.
Oh, that's right. Thank you for that, by the way.
He's an easy date.
The real thing here is that, look, you got the guy who shot Bin Laden, and you got the guy who shot Bin Laden, right? You've got, here it is. Do we bring the guy who shot Bin Laden down for a political precedent, or do we let the guy who shot Bin Laden off?
If we let Navy SEALs cash in on every experience, then that's part of, then they lose part of that unique secrecy.
Yeah, part of what makes us sleep at night is the Navy SEAls are out there doing their thing. You're right.
Yeah.
All right, Paul. Well,
we'll
thanks,
see where
buddy.
that shakes down. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we appreciate it. Paul Harding from Martin Harding Mazzotti, 1-800-LAW-1010, 1-800-LAW-1010. You going to make it to Irish Fest this weekend?
I will not.
Okay.
No?
Well, we're going to have a Guinness for you. I'm going to have a Guinness for you, okay?
I heard it's going to be amazing. I'm going to actually, I'm going to be down in Washington, so I will be away. But it was on my calendar loosely until I got this schedule. So,
right.
What, is that business? Great. Is that business in Washington?
Something you can talk about?
It is. Oh, it's nothing exciting. I was going to put a book out, but I'm under restriction that I can't talk about. So my life is so not exciting about so non-Navy SEAL. But yes, it is business related.
All right. Well, good luck, Paul. Have a safe trip.
Okay. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, man.
It's Quinny Cantera.
It's Pix 106.